clown of the Grateful Dead. And he also was in charge of the please force at Woodstock. So as opposed to the no force, it was more like the please don't do these things that don't throw away trash everywhere, don't be rowdy, that kind of thing.
Oh, so being gentle with your enforcement.
Exactly.
Nice.
And so Wavy Gravy started this this sort of hippie commune in Sunland near Tujunga called the Hog Farm, that actually an archaeologist named Annie Danis, who's in the audience right now, did some reconnaissance work in researching and seeing where that place is now. Right now, there isn't really much of anything. But back in the day, there was a whole lot of dancing and singing and geodesic domes and buses and sharing food and sort of a big group community familial environment. They ended up leaving and hitting the road, but Wavy Gravy is still active in Northern California. He has a circus camp for kids, which I think is sort of like a current manifestation of the hog farm still alive, which is really good. In terms of how one that affected me, I think they all have had an equal sort of weight in terms of me investigating ways that ideas of utopia and ways of living outside of standard, commercial capitalist society, you can survive within your own ideals. Rubel Castle, I'd like to talk about. That's a really special one. It was started by Michael Rubel in Glendora, and that is a insane castle that was built by him and his friends and the people who live in Glendora. You can still go visit there. I would suggest to anyone who has the time to go out there. It's basically this sprawling community area that was once on an orange farm. And so I went there. I went on this great tour. Michael Rubel isn't around anymore, but a lot of the people who knew him are, and a lot of people are still living there, and artists, and just people who've lived there for years and helped build it themselves. And so just being in that space is a really amazing example of how these sort of utopian ideals can manifest in really amazing architectural inventions. So for example, the Point Loma, these ways of creating different kinds of spaces for different kinds of ideals of living. I really am interested in that kind of manifestation.
So that's fantastic. That's one that's still in existence, that's still functioning. Are there others that are still functioning that we can?
Yeah, there's the Unarius Society in El Cajon. That was actually the leader of the Unarius Society, Prince Uriel, isn't around anymore, but the Unarius Society is a sort of utopic.
I've heard of them.
They do a lot of UFO